absorption over here. Now we have villi, we have an ileum, which is the last part of the small intestine where the absorption takes place. What causes or what structure is present in the ileum which causes the absorption? So there must be something present inside them which actually enhances the absorption. Is it's a villi. And how is the structure, or how is villi adapted for its function? So it's just like the one which are present on towel. They're very small fiber like structure which are present, and they're going to absorb the whatever nutrient is present, just like towel absorbs everything. So I usually give example like this, and we are going to discuss the same example. So this is how the structure looks like. Okay, so there are very small, uh, we can say, the invaginations in the small intestine, which is called as villi. Now this is the structure of villi. They are finger-like projections, and they are arranged in a way that they increase the surface area. The cell wall is very thin. Here it's written only one cell thick. Okay, so that the absorption becomes easy. If there are more layers present, the absorption won't be easy. So the layers are present. Oh, sorry, it's only one cell thick to have more, like, exactly, to improve the absorption. Then there is an inner, this brown line. This is known as lacteal. Okay. Now lacteal is a part of lymphatic system. Now what is lymphatic system? If in any chance you got sick, you might feel nodes over here behind your ear, maybe here in your throat. You feel some nodes. These nodes are part of your lymphatic system. There are two systems. One is the circulatory system, which contains blood. Another one is the lymphatic system, which we believe is the only thing which is fighting against some infection or some germ. So whenever we got some infection or whenever we get sick, these lymphatic system or the lymphatic vessels, these got activated. Exactly. So they produce more white blood cells, and these white blood cells are more in the nodes, the lymph nodes. That's why they got swollen during some infection. If you got some infection, they got swollen. Now, fats is absorbed, or fatty acid or glycerol is absorbed in this part, the lacteal. Rest of the food, along with the fatty acid and glycerol, is absorbed in these blood vessels. The blue and the red, these are the blood vessels. The blue one are definitely the veins, and the red ones are arteries. Okay, so then there is an additional structure present on these, which are called as microvilli. Microvilli further increase the surface area of this villi. So there are more finger-like projections on the villi called as microvilli. Okay, let me show you the structure. So this is how the structure looks like. So this is villi, and villi is, again, it's this part, basically. A side of this one is this part. Okay. Again, the question is, what is the function of microvilli? Increases the surface area for more. Exactly. It contains nucleus, it contains mitochondria. Because sometimes the food is absorbed through food is absorbed through active transport. So mitochondria are needed. Let me draw here. Here it is. Okay, done. Okay, Which food is absorbed? It's a question for you. Which food is absorbed in the villi? Or which nutrients? You have to name the nutrients which are absorbed in these villi. Yes, you need to name the, yes, you need to name the nutrients which are absorbed. Exactly. Carbohydrates are absorbed in the form of glucose. Proteins are absorbed in the form of amino acids, and fats are absorbed in the form of fatty acids and glycerol. Okay. What is the function of lacteal, and what does it do? Is actually absorbing. Lacteal is a part of lymphatic system, and it absorbs fatty acids and glycerol. Okay. Now let's talk about the assimilation. What is assimilation? Assimilation means now food again has to become part of your body. Okay, we need to use this food. So assimilation is use of this food for various functions. Let's say assimilation. Amino acids are put together to make a certain protein. The fatty acid and glycerol again form some type of cholesterol. The glucose again join together to make glycogen, which is stored by our body. That we have learned in homeostasis, that excess glucose is stored in the form of glycogen. Okay. You there? Okay. Okay. Now the last part is egestion. Egestion is the removal of the before this egestion, let's talk about when the food moves from the small intestine to large intestine. There is again absorption, mainly the absorption of water in large intestine. Maximum or whatever water is required by our body is absorbed over here, and the food is then pushed into the colon, which is large intestine, and then finally into rectum where it is stored. Again, the movement is peristalsis. There is a contraction and relaxation which moves the food further. We need fiber to have a better movement of undigested food. Otherwise, it may get stuck. It won't move. Okay, and then it is released through the anus. Okay, now we have missed one part. Let's discuss that part, which is teeth. Okay,